Shabbat Shalom, Bethel. This week, in a landmark decision, the Supreme Court of the United States declared that Title VII of the 1964 Civil Rights Act also applies to sexual orientation and gender identity, meaning it is illegal now under federal law for an employer to fire or discriminate against an employee because they are gay or transgender. A reason to celebrate, a victory for the LGBTQ community, a victory for all who celebrate that each person is made in God's divine image. A victory during this Pride Month. This Shabbat, we read Parshat Shalach Lecha, in which God instructs Moses to send 12 spies, 12 scouts, one from each tribe, out to scout out Canaan, to scout out the promised land, and report back on what this land is like, this land that God will deliver to the Israelites. And 10 of those 12 scouts come back with negative reports. Well, Joshua and Caleb say, let us go, let us trust God, let us have faith. All will be okay. 10 scouts give a very different response. They say at the very end of chapter 13 of the book of Numbers, this land is full of Nephilim, full of giants. And they say, we looked like grasshoppers to ourselves, and so we must look like grasshoppers to them. What's fascinating about this pasuk, about this verse, is not the way that they looked in comparison to these giants who inhabited the land, but the way they saw themselves first. We looked like grasshoppers to ourselves. So we must look like grasshoppers to others. The Trevor Project focuses their studies on LGBTQ youth. And they note that LGBTQ youth are more than 4 times likely to attempt suicide than straight peers of their same age. The first time I learned this text from Rabbi Stephen Greenberg, the first openly gay Orthodox rabbi in America, he connected the two, and he explained that those same statistics suggest that if our queer youth are loved and embraced by their families, by their teachers, by their clergy, by their Jewish community, and by the government, by this country, by federal law, then the statistics even out. If we tell them that they are not grasshoppers, if we show them that they are giants, then it evens out. That is our job and that is our task, to show each person that they are Joshua, to show that each person they are Caleb, to celebrate that each of us is made in God's divine image. If we tell others that they are grasshoppers, then they see themselves as grasshoppers. But what this landmark decision of the Supreme Court did was it was another step towards equality, another step towards love, another step declaring that we all, including and especially during this Pride Month, the LGBTQ community, are giants. And they should see themselves, we should see them as such. Shabbat Shalom.